This is DD India and you're watching Express News, where we bring you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of 24 projects worth over 46,300 crore rupees in the Jaipur city of northwestern state of Rajasthan on Tuesday. Projects focused on energy, road, railways and water. In his address, Prime Minister Modi emphasized that the double-engine government is working tirelessly for all-round development of the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the Ek Varsh Parinam Utkarsh program that marks the completion of 1 year of the state government. He was accompanied by State Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow in the pink city of Jaipur, where he was greeted by thousands of supporters. India's President Draupadi Murmu arrived in Andhra Pradesh on Tuesday and was received by the State Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu along with State Governor and Deputy Chief Minister. President Murmu graced the first convocation of AIIMS Mangalagiri in Andhra Pradesh. Addressing the gathering, she told doctors that by choosing the medical profession, they've chosen the path of serving humanity. Aiming for One Nation, One Election, the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024 has been introduced in the lower house of India's Parliament, the Lok Sabha, by Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal. India's Home Minister Amit Shah said that Prime Minister Modi has shown interest in the bill to be moved in the Joint Parliamentary Committee, and based on its report, the bill will be discussed again in the House. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla assured the members that Joint Parliamentary Committee will enable members to widely discuss and debate the bills. Speaking in the Lok Sabha on the supplementary demands for grants first batch for 2024-25, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that unemployment rate has come down from 6% in 2017-18 to 3.2% this year. Om Birla welcomed the parliamentary delegation from Armenia. The delegation was led by Alan Simonyanon, who is the President of the National Assembly of the Republic of Armenia. In the upper house of Parliament, that is the Rajya Sabha, discussion on the glorious journey of 75 years of the Constitution of India entered its second day. Leader of the Upper House and Union Minister J.P. Nadda during the discussion said that this festival that we celebrate strengthens our dedication towards the Constitution, our commitment towards the Constitution. On the last day of his 3-day India visit, Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake visited the Jan Aushadhi Kendra at AIIMS in New Delhi on Tuesday. The Indian Navy signed a memorandum of understanding with the Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya on Tuesday to enhance the logistics training and collaboration. The 11th edition of India-Sri Lanka bilateral maritime exercise Slynex 24 began on Tuesday in India's Visakhapatnam. The 4-day exercise is being conducted in 2 phases. The 5th International Energy Conference and Exhibition, organized by the Confederation of Indian Industry (CII), was held in New Delhi on Tuesday. The event briefing media on the transformations in India's educational landscape. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan on Tuesday said that the government is making sincere efforts to make India a 21st century knowledge economy. India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval will hold the 23rd meeting of the Special Representatives with his Chinese counterpart and Minister of Foreign Affairs of China, Wang Yi, in Beijing on Wednesday. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change organized the Eco Creativity and Innovation Hackathon National Level Showcase in New Delhi. The top 5 student ideas were announced at the event. At close, the Sensex was down 1,064 points or 1.3% at 80,684. Nifty was down 332 points or 1.4% at 24,336. Indian rupee ended marginally lower at 84 rupees 90 paise per dollar on Tuesday. Gold futures maturing on 5th of February 2025 were priced at 76,775 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures maturing on 5th of March 2025 stood at 90,360 rupees per kilo on the MCX. India has become the third largest exporter of smartphones in the world. The country's smartphone exports have crossed $2.41 billion mark in November 2024. Oil prices nudged lower on Tuesday as China's economic data renewed demand concerns, while investors remained cautious ahead of the US Federal Reserve's interest rate decision. SoftBank would invest $100 billion in the US over the next 4 years in what would be a boost to the US economy. The International Monetary Fund said that its executive board completed a review that would provide Zambia with immediate access to about $184 million. Alibaba Group said on Tuesday that it will sell its department store unit in time to a consortium comprising of textiles firm Yongor Fashion and some of In Time's management for over $1 billion, subject to customary regulatory approvals. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has appointed Dominic LeBlanc as new finance minister after Chrystia Freeland quit in a surprise move over US President-elect Donald Trump's tariff threats. Addressing a fundraiser event, Trudeau emphasized the importance of unity and collaboration. The head of Russia's nuclear protection forces, Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov, and his deputy were killed in a bomb explosion in Moscow on Tuesday. Ukraine's intelligence service is allegedly behind the attack. The European Union started investigation into TikTok short video platform over allegations that the platform was used by Russia in Romania polls to sway the results, which eventually led to the nullification of the presidential election. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz lost a confidence vote on Monday, putting Europe's biggest economy on the path to elections on February 23rd. Issuing his first public statement since fleeing Syria, Bashar al-Assad claimed that he was evacuated to Russia only after Damascus fell to rebel forces. He denounced the new leadership led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and its allies as terrorists. Ahmad al-Shara, the leader of the new rebel coalition governing Syria, urged the US and other governments to lift terrorism designations on his group and remove sanctions. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan held a joint press conference with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen on Tuesday, where he said that he agreed with the EU Commission on the need to establish an inclusive administration in Syria. The European Union's foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas announced the bloc's envoy would visit Damascus for talks with the new leadership. Kallas also stated that Russia and Iran, Assad's key allies, should not have a role in Syria's future. The British government confirmed that it will send a delegation to meet with the rebels and civil society groups. Foreign Secretary David Lammy pledged $63 million in humanitarian aid to stabilize the country. US President-elect Donald Trump said that Turkey now holds the key to Syria's future as rebels consolidate power. A New York judge ruled on Monday against a bid by President-elect Donald Trump to have his conviction for covering up hush money payments to an adult star thrown out on immunity grounds. US President-elect Donald Trump said that he would talk to Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky about bringing the Russia-Ukraine conflict to an end. The United States on Monday imposed a new round of sanctions targeting North Korea over its ballistic missile program and support for Russia against Ukraine. A total of 11 people and 9 entities were blacklisted by the Biden administration. US authorities have arrested 2 Iranian men for export violations in connection with a drone strike that killed 3 US troops early this year and injured 40 other service members. In a shooting incident at Abundant Life Christian School, a teenage student killed a fellow student and a teacher, wounded several others before being found dead in the northern US state of Wisconsin on Monday. South Korea's impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol's legal team says that he will contest accusations of insurrection in court. He has temporarily been suspended from office, is under investigation for declaring martial law on 3rd of December. Israeli officials were in Qatar's capital Doha on Monday for talks with mediators on a Gaza ceasefire deal. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz stated that Israel is closer than ever to reaching a prisoner swap deal with Hamas. 10 members of a joint expeditionary force and fellow NATO members, Germany and Poland, became signatories to measure including support to Ukraine and increasing defense spending and capabilities. 11 Indians, mostly from the North Indian state of Punjab, were found dead at a restaurant in Georgia's mountain resort of Gadore. The Embassy of India in Tbilisi extended its condolences to the victims' families and is working with local authorities to repatriate the mortal remains at the earliest. We're heading for a short break here in Express News. We'll be right back in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back to Express News. Let's resume. The air quality of the national capital of India declined to severe category after breaching the 400 mark on Monday. This prompted the implementation of GRAP 4 measures across the NCR region with immediate effect. Temperatures went down to below 0 degrees as frost covered the streets and water bodies froze in Srinagar district of Jammu and Kashmir. As per the IMD, the temperature was recorded to minus 5 degrees Celsius on Tuesday morning. A major earthquake hit Vanuatu's capital Port Vila on Tuesday, damaging buildings and cars with at least one person reported killed. The 7.3 magnitude earthquake has struck off the coast of Port Vila. The quake damaged a building that houses the US and French embassies in Vanuatu's capital. The US closed its embassy in Port Vila until further notice after it sustained considerable damage. New Zealand's High Commission building, which is co-located with the US, French and British missions, had also sustained significant damage. French President Emmanuel Macron will be heading to Mayotte Island as it faces the worst cyclone in nearly a century. French Interior Minister Bruno Retailleau also visited the island and said that it would take days to ascertain the full extent of damage and deaths on the cyclone hit Mayotte. At least 34 people have been killed in Cyclone Chido in Mozambique since it made landfall, the UN humanitarian agency OCHA said on Tuesday. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed deep sorrow over the devastation wrought by Cyclone Chido in Mayotte and assured France of India's unwavering support, offering all possible assistance. Thailand's south is once again being battered by heavy downpours, with reports of severe flooding affecting Kirivong village. Srinagar is once again drawing crowds with its vibrant cultural scene as art lovers flock to the ongoing cultural festival at Tagore Hall. The event serves as a platform for artists to display their talent and creativity. Assam, the northeastern state of India, recently inaugurated the Brahmaputra Carnival on the banks of the majestic Brahmaputra river. This grand event marks a significant milestone in the state's efforts to promote tourism. India's Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing an influx of migratory birds that have arrived at Srinagar's Hokersar wetland, one of the most significant bird habitats in the region. A panda family of 4 in Macau has won the hearts of an increasing number of people with their fluffy appearance and adorable behaviors, attracting 290,000 visitors last year. In the Panda Pavilion, Macau's Sikpai One Park, the panda family receives attentive care from the zookeepers. They enjoy fresh local bamboo fruit and high-fiber biscuits every day. Dogs of all breeds strutted down the runway wearing an angel wings at the 6th annual Lagos Dog Carnival, an event that organizers say is fostering a growing community of pet lovers in Nigeria's largest city. The themed carnival, Angels on Paws, featured a blessing ceremony with Reverend Father Michael Sheikh sprinkling holy water on the dogs. The main new tree in Turkmenistan was lighted up with multicolored lights to announce the arrival of New Year, a long-awaited favorite holiday full of unexpected discoveries. The main tree in Ashgabat symbolized the start of the new year, with trees across the country also illuminated, spreading joy and festive spirit throughout Turkmenistan. Ahead of the Christmas season, Rome is illuminated with twinkling lights that adorn the streets, squares and monuments, creating an enchanted atmosphere. In Rome, some 32 million tourists are expected to descend on the Italian capital for the Jubilee, which normally occurs once every 25 years. A giant gingerbread village containing hundreds of confectionery structures is on display for the holidays at shops at Columbus Circle, an indoor mall in New York City. Gingerbread Lane features a miniature New York taxi, a newsstand, and a subway car. Amsterdam is in full Christmas swing as people ice skated in the middle of the Dutch capital. In the winter months, Amsterdam transforms into a cozy wonderland complete with snow cannons, charming chalets and twinkling lights with an ice skating ring at its heart. HBO's hit series The White Lotus is finally returning for the 3rd season. Emmy award-winning show will premiere on February 16, 2025, marking its much-anticipated comeback after a 2-year break. Sci-fi series Silo will return for 2 more seasons, with the 3rd chapter already being shot in the UK. Apple CEO Tim Cook announced the 3rd season, which is set to be premiered on Apple TV. Cat's Eyes, the live-action adaptation of the cult manga of the same name about 3 Parisian siblings art thieves, was voted as the most successful French TV export of 2024. Lee Walters will serve as Wales BAFTA Cymru chair. Walters, who since 2023 has been the CEO of Filmer Cymru Wales, succeeds Angela May after 9 years in the role. The Toronto Film Critics Association has named Ram L. Ross's narrative debut Nickel Boys as its best movie of 2024. The drama revolves around friendship between 2 young African-American men navigating a reform school in Florida. NBC-owned television stations group announced on Monday that the Emmy-winning talk show hosted by Grammy Award-winning singer Kelly Clarkson will return for the 7th season. Malayalam film Mura has taken the industry by surprise, celebrating its 50-day run at the box office. The film, directed by Mohammad Mustafa, has garnered critical acclaim and will now land on the OTT platforms on 25th of December. Actor Adivi Shesh teased the release of his upcoming film titled Dacoit as he turned 40. An intense thriller, Dacoit features Mronal Thakur opposite Adivi Shesh and is set to hit theatres next year. Bollywood actor Shahid Kapoor took to his Instagram calling it prep time as he is all set to play an edgy and nasty gangster from the 90s. Prime Video has released the 4th edition of O Womania, a definitive study on female representation in Indian entertainment. Hosted by film critic Anupama Chopra, the hour-long roundtable features big names including Richa Chadda and Ananya Pandey. On to sports news now. Jasprit Bumrah and Akashdeep helped India avoid the follow-on day 4 of the 3rd test in Brisbane on Tuesday. Rahul's 84 and Jadeja's 77 runs kept the hosts at bay, leaving the Indian team, management and fans in ecstasy. India ended day 4 on 252 for 9. Australia's Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc led the bowling attack with 4 wickets and 3 wickets respectively. Australian pacer Josh Hazlewood has been ruled out of the ongoing Brisbane Test due to a calf strain. He is likely to miss the rest of the Border Gavaskar Trophy. In women's cricket, India is taking on West Indies in their second T20 international of the 3-match series in Mumbai. Tim Southee said that he would never forget his incredible journey after the fast bowler confirmed that he had retired fully from international cricket. India's Sports Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia on Tuesday morning launched the Fit India Cycling Tuesdays campaign. Incumbent Rohan Jaitley was elected as the president of the Delhi and District Cricket Association for a 3rd successive term. Magnus Carlsen will take on 18-year-old youngest world champion from India, D. Gukesh, at Norway Chess 2025 that will begin from May 26th next year. Reigning Olympic champion Novak Djokovic will team up in doubles with Nick Kyrgios at the 2025 season opener in Brisbane in Australia. Nigeria forward Ademola Lookman is named as 2024 Men's African Footballer of the Year. Meanwhile, Zambian striker Barbara Banda received the women's title. Mark Cavendish presented with the Lifetime Achievement Award to celebrate the decorated career. Cavendish ended his career with 165 race wins and a record 35 Tour de France stages. Chelsea confirmed that Mikhailo Mudryk has been contacted by the Football Association after an adverse finding in a routine test. Mudryk also expressed astonishment at the findings. The 2024 FIFA Best Awards ceremony will be hosted on Tuesday in Doha. Awards will be presented to the men's and women's best players and coaches, among others. European champions Real Madrid dominate the men's player category, while the women's category has 7 players that appeared for Barcelona in 2024. So that's it in this edition of Express News. News and updates continue on DD India. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.